Hello, in this video you're going to learn about fractions and decimals. The first thing we're going to do is figure out how to write a fraction as a decimal. Sometimes if the denominator is a number that goes easily into 100, it's easy to figure out what the decimal is going to be by making a proportion. I think we did that earlier in the year. However, when the bottom number, the denominator, doesn't go into 100, then you'll have to do some long division, which we've also done earlier in the year, so this shouldn't be too bad. So we need to divide 3 by 8. Top number always goes in the house. Now I know this is going to be less than 1, so I'm automatically going to put a 0.0 here, and I'm going to put a point into the answer. And so let's see what happens. So 8 does not go into 3. It goes into 30 3 times. So that's 24. So we have a remainder of 6 here. But our goal is to turn it into a decimal, and so we're not going to use any remainders. So in this case we need to put an extra 0 in there, bring it down, and let's see what we do. 8 goes into 60 7 times, and that is what, 56. And we still have a remainder, so we're going to keep going. Really important that you keep everything lined up here. So we're going to bring that down here. 8 goes into 40 5 times, and that is exact, so we can stop there. So 3/8 is equal to 0.375. Let's take a look at 6/11. Again, the top number is going to go in the house. We're going to divide by 11, so I already know that I need a 0.0 here. Put that point right into the answer. 11 does not go into 6, but it goes into 60 5 times, with the remainder of 5. Again, we're going to need to add some zeros here. We'll start with 1. 11 goes into 50 4 times. That's 44. Now we have a 6. So we're going to need another 0 to bring down. 11 goes into 60 5 times. And so at this point, you may realize that it's just going to keep happening over and over, because we're going to get a 5, and then we're going to have to bring down another 0. And that's going to go in 4 times. And so as you can see, we're going to have a repeating pattern of 5 4. And so what we say there is 0.54 with a line over any repeating digits. Okay, so sometimes we need to go from a decimal to a fraction. In this case, what I've found to be the easiest is just to say the number. So this would be 75 hundredths, and you always say the number by where the last digit is located. So this 5 is in the hundredths place, so we can call that 75 hundredths. Now it's not quite so simple, because anytime you put something into a fraction, it has to be reduced. So I can divide both of these by 25. So if I divide both of these by 25, I can get 3/4. Alright, let's try the green one here. 0.625. Again, this 5 is in the thousandths place. So we just say 625 over 1,000. And once again, we're going to have to do some division here. Let's see, we can divide by 5. We can divide by 25 again. That'll be nice. So what's 625 divided by 25? 25, I think. And 1,000 divided by 25 is 40. And I think we can reduce some more, so let me get some more room by bringing it down here. 25 over 40. Let's see. I can divide them both by 5. And we'll get 5/8. I don't know why I put that equal sign twice. I'll just leave it like that. 5/8. There we go. Now let's go down to this red one here. This one's a tad different because it has a whole number in front of the decimal. That's actually not going to be a problem because the way you say that is 3 and 45 hundredths. And so the easiest way to start out is to say 3 and 45 hundredths. So it's just like a mixed number. And then all we need to do is reduce the 45 over 100. We can divide those both by 5. So we'll get 3 and 9/20ths. And 9 over 20 is not reducible. So that's it. Alright, the last thing we're going to do is order fractions and decimals from least to greatest. Some people would right off the bat turn everything into a decimal. Some people might want to turn everything into a fraction. The problem with turning everything into a fraction is then you have to match up the denominators to see which one's bigger or smaller. So I think decimals would be easier. But before we turn everything into decimals, it's often easy to see which things are bigger than others, at least some of them. So let's go through this list here. This is smaller than a half. So I know that it's smaller than that, it's smaller than that. Not sure where it relates to that. So we have 9/22 and 0.4 are somewhere on the left side, or some of the lowest numbers here. Now 0.83 and 7/8 look like they might be kind of close together. And then we have this 44/44, which is a 1. We know that for sure is the farthest to the right. So all we really need to do is compare these two and compare these two, because we definitely know that these are smaller than these, and we definitely know this is the biggest. So let's go with that. So I'm going to turn 9/22 into a decimal, and we'll do division for that. So 9 divided by 22. 22 goes into 9D 4 times, so we have 88. Okay. Now the fact that there's a remainder here, meaning we have to add a 0 and go a little further, means that didn't go in, so then we need to get another 0. It means that whatever this number is, so we're going to get some number here, it's going to be big, it's going to be like 8 or 9 or something. Whatever it is, it's definitely going to be bigger than 0.4. So we already know that 0.4 goes first, and then the next number is 9/22, because that's 0.40 something. Now we need to deal with the green ones here. So let's turn 7/8 into a decimal by doing some long division. So 7 divided by 8. It goes in 0.8 to start, so 64, and we get a 6. Yeah, so that's going to go in, what, 5 times? No, 48, 7 times. Okay, so we already know, we don't have to finish because we already know 0.87 is larger. So that's going to give us some more info. So now we're at 0.83, we're at 7/8, and we can finish with 44/44. All right, so hopefully that can help you out when you're ordering fractions and decimals. Thanks for watching.